It's Elaine here, and today I am wearing this red jacket with red lipstick. So it's actually really cold, and the reason why I'm wearing this jacket despite being inside is, you know how annoying it gets when you're filming a video and then the AC goes on, not the AC, the heater, and it's like shh. Anyway, so that is why I'm wearing a jacket indoors today. But today I wanted to share with you guys a couple products that I recently got, one that I'm about to use because the packaging is so amazing. I don't know if we have any Mulan fans in here, but I am a huge Mulan fan. And I've loved the cartoon ever since I was little. It was like one of my favorite Disney cartoons, and I've loved it ever since. And then I saw the Chinese movie that they filmed in China a while back. And so it had been, holy cow, it's been like a year and a half, I think, since I've seen the Disney trailer of the acting, the Hollywood Mulan, the one that was supposed to come out in theaters right around the time that COVID hit. So I was super disappointed that, you know, we had made plans to go see the movie and then it wasn't going to happen. And then it came out on Disney Plus, and then I waited a little bit until my birthday weekend to watch it on Amazon, the full-on extended version for like 20 bucks. So I love Mulan, and so when Colourpop came out with like the Mulan edition, I was like, okay, I definitely need to get something from this collection. And I'm not a huge red person. This is like one of my very few, if not only, red jackets. And the lipstick I'm wearing is actually a like red orange, but you rarely see me wear such bright colors. And so I didn't end up getting a ton of Mulan stuff, but this blush right here, it's called Pressed Powder Blush in the color Matchmaker. It's actually like a nudish, it's a really beautiful packaging. That's why I wanted to not put it on until I came on. But it's so freaking beautiful. The packaging is like so pretty, and check this out. So there's this little, it's like the flower. It's the flower from Mulan. So anyways, I'm obsessed. You see the shimmers. I'm obsessed, and I wanted to try it on for the first time here because I didn't want to open up the packaging and mess it up. So let me just put this on a little. I don't know what brush I want to use for this. You never know how pigmented something is until you like literally like put it on. So the last few times I've used this, is this Tart Flamingo's brush. It picked up a lot of color for how soft the brush is. So I went for an even softer brush from AOA Studio. So let's try this. Let's try this out. Okay, yeah, so this is the brush I aim for when I'm like, I don't know how much color I want. And then I just dab it lightly. Can you guys see it, or is that too light? This color is really pretty because I have so many blushes. The items I have so much everything, but the items I own the most are eyeshadows, definitely lip colors, and I would say blush is one of those things that like you're never gonna run out, because when are you gonna ever hit pan on a blush? Never. However, I still tend to be fairly obsessed, and I end up getting a bunch of blushes, and I have a lot of pink toned blushes. Pink, whether that's light to dark. This color is beautiful. Wow, okay, this is probably one of my favorites so far. I am lacking like a softer, just neutral brownish, almost like a blush meets bronzer color, and I feel like this is that. So I love it. And with this brush, this brush combo, this is a super inexpensive brush, by the way. It goes on beautifully. It didn't pick up too much of the color, and I feel like it just adds that tad bit of color that I want, especially when I'm wearing a red lip / brighter colored lip. I had no other color on my face, by the way. I just had my, I guess I'll go over what I'm wearing on my face today. So I'll start with the base. I had a little bit of this NYX Hydration Oil Primer. So this primer was recommended to me because I actually have annoying skin, used to be filled with acne, got rid of that, so I still have combination skin. So that means super oily around the T-zone, dry as F around the cheeks. And so when I wear foundations, especially specific foundations that are longer wearing or higher coverage, it's super dry. So I tried the Fenty, I tried the Makeup Forever. Those just did not agree with my skin at all. But I was told that this oil primer would help. They have a fancier, more expensive version, I think from Smashbox, but I was told the NYX was just as good, so I went for the NYX at Ulta instead of the Smashbox one at Sephora. So this one's like, I don't know, maybe 12 bucks-ish, don't quote me on it, maybe I'll link it below. This one, I use it when I feel like I'm gonna wear foundation all day, or if I'm wearing higher coverage, longer wearing foundation, which I am not today, by the way, because the foundation I am wearing is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh. So that one is the line that I've talked about before, and it was pretty horrid. The entire line, even though there's so much hype around it, the entire line smelled like fragrant, super strong, sweet, unbearable. Like the entire line. The only thing that I could possibly stand was the actual foundation from the Pretty Fresh. The spray didn't work, the setting spray. The primer was horrid when you have to put it on your face, so I ended up returning all of it. Today for the foundation, I actually used my sponge, which for some reason I'm really lazy to use the sponge. I don't know if it's because I have to wet and clean it every time, but oftentimes I'm a brush user. I have my It Cosmetics, I have my Tart Flamingos, I have my Sephora, my everything brushes. I have so many brushes, but it does tend to go on a little streaky, and I have a whole nother set of brushes, my favorite set, that I have not yet washed. So I decided to opt in for the sponge, is it called? Yeah, the makeup sponge today, and I like it, you know, I like it. It has a lot less coverage, so I put 3 layers of the Colourpop foundation on my face to acquire this coverage. And on top of that, you could still see some of my, like a little bit of pigmentation, a little bit of the acne scars. You can still see some of that shine through, which is why I went in with my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. This is a slightly higher end concealer. I'm guessing it's like 20s, 30s. I'll link it below. Got it at Sephora, and I like it, but I've been playing around with different foundations. But this color just seems to be like the perfect match for my face. Not my under eyes, because I go in with something a little lighter than that, which ended up being the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye today. I'm not super in love with that one because it actually goes on quite thick and cakey, but that was just the one I reached for today. For primer, I use the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. This is drugstore. You can get it maybe at Ulta, definitely at Target, Amazon. This one's just, I believe, I don't know, $10-ish. So that's what I have on as like my base slash whatever. And then next, I think I did, what did I do? I did my eyebrows. So my eyebrows today, I reached for something I hadn't reached for in a long time because I just couldn't really deal with this. It's a pomade. So this is the e.l.f. pomade in Espresso. So what a pomade is kind of like, you know, like a gel, like a MAC liquid eyeliner. But this is from e.l.f. I bought it as an eyeliner and I hated it. But when I want the more bold, like drawn out, colored, deep, rich eyebrows, I do reach for this. So I did that, and then I just topped it off with my Roden & Field brow defining boost, which kind of sets it in, and then of course it gives me the darker, fuller looking brows over time without the products even. So that's what I did for my brows. Next, I went for the eyes, and I did it super simple today. I have to share with you guys my absolute number one, number two. I have two favorite Colourpop products ever, and I don't think I'm going to change my mind on that because I've used a shit ton of Colourpop. So one of them, it's a close battle, but one of my favorite products ever, probably my favorite, are the Super Shock Shadows. I am so obsessed with these ones. Like, I love them, and I know that this is one of the things that Colourpop is known for. Their Super Shock shadows, just like the way the consistency is, the way it goes on, the colors. This was the first one that I got, and at first I wasn't too, whoa. So that's one thing I don't like about it. It falls. Now it's like super messy in my, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave that there. So remind me not to do that again because they fall. So it's kind of like this. Let me try to do it on this one. Hopefully the whole thing doesn't fall. But I have had it fall on me. I had the whole thing fall on me earlier. But it's like a bouncy, moist, yet not wet, but looks wet, looks shiny. I only have one color on today. It was a brand new color I tried. It's the one that completely fell off the pan. So I'm not in love with like how it doesn't stay on the pan sometimes when you, or in the jar, but the way that it feels, the way that it looks is just amazing. And oftentimes, especially when I'm wearing this color, Moonwalk, the one I've had the longest, Sergio's like, oh, it doesn't look like you're wearing one color. It looks like you're wearing multiple colors. It just has this nice kind of shimmery, chromy effect that I love. So I'm obsessed with the color Moonwalk, even though I was like, how come I hit pan so fast? The product, when you use it with your finger, it might last you a little longer, but if you dab it with a brush, a good chunk comes out, which I did do today. And it really depends on what type of application you want, but I do feel like you do end up using up a good amount of this product compared to a traditional dry palette, right? A traditional eyeshadow palette. So I don't mind, I love them, and they're only like, I want to say $8 each. So I love Moonwalk. The one I'm wearing today is called DGAF, so I'm guessing that's don't give a fuck. And it's like a nice copper color, whereas Moonwalk is like a nice shimmery mermaid green gold. Then I've been really obsessed with like purple/red, like usually I'm into neutrals like browns, but I've been really obsessed with like the purples and reds recently. So I got like this two reddish combo. One's pink. It's called Set to Sun, and it's so beautiful. It goes on super glittery actually. So yesterday I used that in the corner, like almost like, not the corner, I highlighted the corner with something else, but like this half of my eye. And then I went the outer half with Drift, which is a beautiful like deeper red, but it doesn't go on too intense. So I am just obsessed with these Super Shock shadows, and today I'm only wearing DGAF. And then I put a little bit of my Lady Gaga Haus Laboratories black, this is the punk eyeliner, the micro tip eyeliner on, which I quite like. I find that it's not the longest lasting eyeliners, like I mentioned in a previous video when I compared all three, the brown, the thick one, the black, thicker one, and the micro tip black. So they're not the longest lasting, but I do like them, and I'm not too picky about my eyeliners. And then let's get into mascara. Mascara, I ended up using my Dior Dior 3D Maximizer Primer. And then my recent favorite, the Maybelline New York Falsies Lash Lift. So I ended up using that today, and I love it. And then lastly, to get into the lips, because I kept it minimal, I didn't use any highlighters or bronzer or whatnot. I did use a setting powder from, I think this is a clean company. It's called I think it's called, oh, Mineral Hygienics. I got this from Thrive Market, you guys, which I love Thrive Market. I'm obsessed with it. I buy all my dry goods, like groceries from there, and seasonings and ketchups, and they have paleo, whole foods, organic, everything you name, they've got it. Just not fresh groceries. I think they have some fresh groceries, but you don't buy like fresh vegetables from there. So I got this from there actually. And this is like my setting powder. So onto the lips, I decided to stick with Colourpop since that happened to have been the theme today. I went with the new Lippie Sticks primer. So I was using an Urban Decay one that I had to sharpen, which I got quite annoyed of. So I decided to switch over to this twist friendly one from Colourpop. It's probably like a few bucks, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll link it below. I never know the pricing exactly. And then I got this Lippie pencil, which I do really like Colourpop's lip pencils. Sometimes I wish the caps of some of these are loose. You have to like extra close them. But this one, I decided to get one to match. This one's called Chi Chi. I don't think it's from the Mulan series. It could be. My chi is strong, but I don't think it is. But this one's like a red orange. So I use the lip liner all over my lip actually, not just the outline, because it's supposed to make it last longer. So it technically is supposed to last 3 times as long because I use the primer, the lip pencil, and my other favorite product from Colourpop ever, hand in hand with the Super Shock, the Luxe Lips. The Luxe Lips are so good. This one, it's supposed to say Luxe here, but it kind of faded. This one's in the color Daily Dose, which once again, it's a little more bold than I typically like to wear. I'm more of the neutrals usually. However, I fell in love with this formula. It's so soft. It's so soft and cushiony and dreamy. It is probably the most comfortable lip product I have ever worn, and it stays on a good amount too. So this paired with this, it's the exact same color basically. The names are different, but that's what I have on today. I am obsessed with the Luxe Lips. I'm gonna go get more colors. I have Buttercup, and yeah, so I have a few different colors, and these two, the Super Shock Shadows and the Luxe Lips, are definitely the best investments in my opinion from Colourpop. I could have used a few more Colourpop products today, such as the glitter if I wanted to, or their mascaras, but I stuck with what I stuck with, and I just wanted to show you guys this quick look. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys was this Mulan Matchmaker, beautiful, it comes with a mirror, this beautiful shimmery yet soft blush that almost looks like bronzer. It's beautiful. I'm so glad I got it, and it just brings me joy looking at this, what do you call it, palette? It's not a palette when it's one color. Container? I don't know what you call it, but this box. It brings me joy looking at it. So that's what I wanted to share with you all today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've gotten anything from the Mulan collection at Colourpop, or what some of your favorite or least favorite products from Colourpop are. And if you've tried any of these other products I've mentioned, I'd love to know what you think. And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you soon.